All right, hello, my wonderful students. This is part 2 of simplifying radicals with two variables. Here we have 128 like we did in the previous, so we know this one here is 2 times 64. But instead of using 8 this time, since now we have a cube root, we have to actually break it down into a little thinner, break it down into more. So we can use our 8 and 8 here. And then we're going to go ahead and do our 2 times 4, and then our 2 times 4, and our 4 can be broken down into 2 times 2, as well as 2 times 2. And we end up having, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this 7 2s. We can't forget the original one we split. Sometimes I see that being a mistake. A lot of people would do this part here, and then forget about this lonely 2 that also split from the 28 as well. Okay, so that's already done. We have our 8x's. I'm not going to list all 8x's because that would make a super long. Well, we can actually. I'll try to make it so it's a little smaller. So, and then we have our y as well. So we'll go ahead and do that in orange. So we have our cube root of all of our primes. So we're going to do 2 times 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have our 8x's. That's going to be a lot to write. So I'm just going to split it up because we know 8, I'll do it here on the side note in purple. We know x to the 8 can be split up as x to the third power, which is what we need to get out because of the third here. And what's left over is 5 when I take away 3 copies of the 8. And then I can split my 5 into x to the third power as well. And that would leave me with 2 left over. So this is what we have to use here for here. And we notice that 3 plus 3 plus 2 does in fact equal 8, so that does work out. So up on top, I'm going to put x to the third power times x to the third power times x to the third power, x to the second power, and then times our y that we have left over here. Now we can group these up into pairs of 3. So this 1, 2 gets left on its own here because it doesn't have 2 other buddies. I know it's kind of sad, but it's all good. And then these are already set as cubes, so we don't have to worry about them. So we're going to put our cubes out in front again. So we have our cube root. This makes it the cube root, the 3 there, of 2 to the third power. That's what 3 copies are, times 2 to the third power for the other 3 copies, times x to the third power for this first x here, and then times x to the third power for this x here. In this example, I'm actually going to split it. I know I talked about it in one of the earlier videos. Oops, I didn't actually want to put that there. Erase it a little bit here. Oh, too far. Third power. But I'm going to multiply this times another square root, cube root, and I'm going to leave the stuff that did not come out. So the 2, the x squared, and the y. So now when we simplify, this is going to be this here is going to be simplified, but this is going to stay exactly the way it is down here. So we can actually rewrite this here as cube root of 2x squared y, because that's going to be part of our answer. And here we're going to take out the 2, take out the 2, take out the x, and take out the x, which would leave us with 2 times 2. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Cool. Which is 4. X times x would be x squared, and then we have our cube root of 2x squared y.